Okay, hello there. I want to congratulate you on getting your new guitar. You just got a guitar, congratulations. It's day 2 of you having a guitar, and what do you do now? Well, in this video I want to give you a couple things that you need to do every time you pick up the guitar. I know I might be cutting myself off here, but I got to get the whole guitar in the frame. So first thing you want to do when you pick up a guitar anytime is just strum the open string. So nothing is happening here. Don't hold down any notes on the fretboard. Just strum the guitar. Right? And you want to listen to that sound. So after a while, you will be able to identify whether or not your guitar is in tune or not. Most likely it's not in tune. They're living things, these guitars. Overnight it may have expanded a little or contracted a little bit, or there may be some humidity, or it might be very cold and dry, and the guitar is going to move. That's okay, and so you'll need to tune up your guitar. So good practice to tune up your guitar. So I'm going to show you very basic what you need to do to tune up your guitar. And the first thing is, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of tuning up your guitar. It's an absolute must. You need to do this. So this acoustic guitar does not have any electronic tuner built into it. Some of them do. It's not an electric guitar, so we don't have a plug that I can plug into a pedal tuner. So the best thing you can do, and these are really great, is get yourself one of these clip-on tuners. This is the one I have. I got it at Sweetwater, and it's great. So you take this and you clip it on to the end of your guitar headstock. This is the headstock. We're going to learn the parts of the guitar here. And then we want to go string by string and make sure that these strings are in tune. Now, in this video, I'm only talking about standard tuning, not alternate tuning. So standard tuning for the guitar is going to be E, A, D, G, B, E. And you can remember that with the famous Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. That's it. Helped me when I first started to learn. So, all right, let's take the lowest, thickest string on the guitar. That's going to be the E string right here. It's the thickest string, the first one that's closest to you, closest to the ceiling. And we're going to pluck that. And then we're going to look at the tuner and see what's happening. And we can see here on the tuner, I'll do that again for you, hopefully you can see, that it's not too bad. It actually stays in tune. Everything is green there. So what I'm going to do for the purposes of helping you is I'm going to tune this string way down a little bit. And you can hear that that has dropped quite a bit. And my ear is telling me that that is not a proper E. So you'll see here that the tuner is reacting differently. Now we've got things in red. What we want to get back to is everything in green. So let me see if I can get this for you, please. We're going to pluck this. And we're going to tune it up. See that even, that's went to a half step down. So we just keep plucking and turning. I'm turning the tuning peg to the right, and it's coming back into green. And now we have our E note again. So what I did there was I made it flat, or it was lower than what it should have been. And we tuned up by turning this tuning key, which is connected to the tuning peg for the low E string. We're going to do the same thing for all the other notes. The next note, the next string down is A, so let's pluck that and see what we get. Let's see what the tuner is saying. Not too bad. So that one's pretty much in tune. But I'm going to do an example here of what would happen if the A string or any of your strings were tuned too tight or sharp. So let's sharpen this one up a bit. And you can see what happens there. We're back in the red again, we're not in the green. And it's going in that direction, which means it's too tight, it's too sharp. So I'm going to slow this down for you. When a string is sharp or tuned too high, You want to tune it down below the pitch note that it should be at, and then tune it back up. You never want to tune it down to get back in pitch and leave it there. You want to tune down below where it should be and then tune it back up, such that you're always tightening the tuning key and the string. So let's get that A string, which is currently too sharp, back down to where it should be and then back up to where it should be. Oh, the tuner turned itself off. That's okay. Come on, tuner, stay with us here, baby. Okay, so we are going to go down. And you can see that's pretty good, but we don't want to hang there. We want to come down a little bit and then come back up. Okay, so there you go. You're back in pitch. I know this is painful for some people, but it's so important that you know these little details about how to tune your guitar. And I didn't know these things at first, so I want to share them with you. All right, we've got 4 more strings to go. We've taken care of the E string and the A string. And in standard tuning, the next string is going to be D for Dynamite, Eddie 8 Dynamite. Here we are on the D string. Tuner shut off again. That's not so bad. G. That G is a little high. All right, let's bring that down. Is my tuner crapping out on me? It's a little high. Let's bring it down. And then we'll bring it back up. Okay, and you want to do the same for the B, the B string, and the E string. So now you are in tune, and that's so important. So most important thing you do every time you pick up a guitar is strum the open strings without pressing any chords, and you want to listen to that sound, and after a while you'll realize that's a guitar pretty much in tune. And then you want to get your tuner out and make sure you tune the guitar up every single time. And you'll have to tune your guitar a lot, you know, in between songs. You'll have to tune it at night. You'll have to tune it multiple times during the day. So that's just part of life with the guitar, and that's fine. The next thing you should do is start to learn to play. I mean, it shouldn't be all pain and suffering on the guitar, right? You want to have some fun. So you want to learn songs, you want to learn your chords, and one of the things I did when I first started playing was I bought this book. I'm not going to say the name of it on camera, but you can see that. And inside this book it says the chords and lyrics to just about every song by the band, chord symbols and guitar boxes, right? So in this they give you all the songs and they show you where to put your fingers on the fretboard, and they give you the names of the chords. So by doing that, you're building your chord vocabulary and you're learning chords on the guitar. One of the chords you learn is an E minor. It's very easy to do that. It's just 2 fingers at the 2nd fret, 1 finger on the A string, and 1 finger on the D string. And all the other strings are what they call open. And that's an E minor chord, and it sounds a lot better than this other chord that we looked at earlier. So that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you in this video is pick up your guitar, strum it, get the current state. Secondly, make sure you tune up your guitar. Always play in tune, always, always. And then 3, have fun with it. You try to learn songs, learn chords, build your chord vocabulary, and then that's the fun part, and you'll be off. So, all right, that's it. I'm Joe, out from Vox Victoria. I'm so proud of you. You're doing a great job. Let's check out that E minor again. Awesome. All right, off I go. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I know it was a little bit long and a little bit tricky, but we did it, folks. We got our guitars in tune. Okay, I love you. Bye.